I was just talking about our panel. They have been with us all evening long, on the air, on television, on the air, digitally speaking. Pam Rocker sitting closest to me, activist, speaker, director with Affirming Connections in Calgary. Mel V in the middle, an artist and volunteer with the Canadian Cultural Mosaic Foundation. And Amber Ruddy, a business advocate and director with Council of Public Affairs. And Pam, I would like to get your reactions. 63 seats for the UCP, 24 for the NDP, and only a two-party legislature right now.
I think it's a sad day for Alberta. I've been in touch with a lot of friends and colleagues, and they're feeling a lot of anxiety, which I think is really valid right now. And I think really, I really feel like in the next 4 years, our anxieties will be founded. And so I think I'm just sort of absorbing it right now. I'm shocked, but I'm not necessarily surprised, because I think already the UCP has shown us sort of who they are and the people they're going to support. We even just saw showing Mark Smith. That's the kind of thing that we're going to be dealing with. And I guess, you know, what I'm thinking too is to just let people know they're not alone if they're feeling anxiety. We're still going to be fighting the good fight.
With the results tonight.
I'm beyond furious right now. I'd like to thank the people of Alberta for showing me how little this province cares about LGBTQ rights, about the rights of poor and working class people, racialized people, immigrants, refugees, newcomers. Here's a stat I want to throw out there. LGBTQ youth, particularly trans and bisexual youth, are 4 times more likely to either attempt or commit suicide. GSAs are a lifeline for LGBTQ youth, particularly for the community and the anonymity they foster. And I'm speaking today as a survivor. I was one of those. I was one of those youth. And to see how little this province cares, and how my voice, the voice of LGBTQ people, particularly racialized LGBTQ folks, is not represented at all politically. I feel very much so that I do not have a voice in politics right now. That my fellow Albertans chose the economy and jobs, often on false promises of improving the economy, on sometimes baseless claims, and how that is more important than the life of myself and so many others. Thank you, Alberta, for showing me exactly who you are.
Okay, and Amber, yourself, with the results, I know you're quite clearly pleased with what's happened this evening.
Well, as much as some people have tried to make this about identity politics, this is really about jobs, the economy, and pipelines. And that was the ballot question that clearly that won the day. And the fact that we have now a majority UCP government, I think there will be movement on a lot of these files in terms of getting the economy going. Obviously, there has been a difficult economic situation with the oil and gas situation, and nobody's blaming that on our former premier. But what we are saying is that there have been challenging times made worse by poor public policies that have stymied pipelines, that have made it difficult to do business, that have had investment fleeing. And with this UCP government, I'm looking forward to the series of bills and legislation that's going to get the province back on track, including the Bill 1, the Act to repeal the carbon tax, Bill 2, the Open for Business Act, and the dozen other pieces of legislation that this government will start acting on as soon as they're sworn in.
Okay, all right, we'll have to leave it there. We're going to check back in with the panel in just a few minutes. Still a lot more to come on this special election edition of City News Tonight at 11.